Hello everyone, welcome to TutorialsPoint. In this video, we are going to talk about the cell envelope and its different modifications in case of the prokaryotic organisms. The cell envelope of a prokaryote, it consists of basic three layers. So what are these layers? The first layer or the outermost layer is known as the glycocalyx. So we'll relate to this picture and study what are the different layers. So this is the red layer we are seeing is the glycocalyx. This is the outermost layer and most important or most thick coated layer. This is the glycocalyx. Underneath the glycocalyx is the layer known as the cell wall. The yellow colored layer we are seeing is the cell wall. And below the cell wall lies the plasma membrane. So this is the thing like green colored we are seeing is the plasma membrane. This is plasma membrane. So these are the three layers. The outermost is the glycocalyx, beneath this is the cell wall, and at last is the plasma membrane. All these three layers, they together they act as a single protective unit. The glycocalyx, it can be present in two different forms. The first form, in some of the cells of prokaryotes, this glycocalyx can be present as loose sheath, and these type of loose sheath are known as the slime layer. In some of the other prokaryotes, this glycocalyx can be present as tough, hard layer which is known as the capsule. So capsule is a very protective layer. This capsule can protect these type of cells or prokaryotes from very adverse conditions like very high or very low pH, very high temperature, freezing temperature. So these all adverse conditions can be protected, or this capsule can protect these organisms from these adverse environmental conditions. On the basis of a particular technique which is known as gram staining, these prokaryotes, they have been classified into two different groups. Now in the process of gram staining, what happens is that the prokaryotes or the cells are being stained by two different stains. The first stain is known as the crystal violet, which is violet in color, and the second stain is known as the counter stain, which is pink or reddish in color, that is safranin. So based on the type of cell wall a typical bacterial cell is having, these are stained by the gram stains. So according to that, the bacterial cell which is taking up the first stain, that is crystal violet, are stained as violet or dark purple or dark blue. So these are the gram positive bacteria. The second type, which does not take up the first stain, that is crystal violet, and in turn takes up the counter stain, which is safranin, they are stained as pink or light red in color. As you can see over here, this is the gram positive, these are the negative. This staining is absolutely based on the typical structural composition of the cell wall of these type of gram positive and gram negative bacteria. So we can understand that the cell wall composition of the gram positive is absolutely different from the cell wall composition of the gram negative bacteria. Now on the prokaryotes cell wall or the cell envelope, they provide the structural support. This is very important and also determines the shape of the cell, how the cell is going to look like, and the structure or the shape of the cell is given by the cell wall or the whole unit of the cell envelope. The plasma membrane is semi-permeable in nature. This is a very important characteristics because plasma membrane checks or allows the permeability of only some selective molecules. That is, all types of molecules cannot go in or move in and out of this plasma membrane. Only selective materials which are required or essential can move in and out through this membrane. Hence it is known as the semi-permeable membrane of the that is the characteristics of the plasma membrane. They are semi-permeable in nature. They have got the mesosomes, that is, at times some of the cells, they have got the enfoldings of the plasma membrane, that is the plasma membrane folds inside towards the cytoplasm. These type of enfoldings, they are known as the mesosomes. Now these prokaryotes, the cell wall or the cell envelope has been modified into a very important structure which are known as the flagella. So what are flagella? These are whip-like structures which can move, and because of its movement, it provides motility to the bacterial cells. Because of the movement of the flagella, our bacterial cell can move from one place to another. So flagella helps in movement or locomotion. A typical flagella, this is a structure of a typical flagella. It has got three important parts. This area you are seeing is the filament, as it has been marked over here. These area, this is the basal body, this whole area is the basal body. This remains inside the glycocalyx or the cell wall layer. Now there are 4 ring-like structures in the basal body. This basal body and the filament, these two are joined by a structure which is known as the hook. So these are the 3 important portions of a particular flagella. Now there are some hair-like outgrowths in the cell envelope. That is, the cell envelope has been modified into some hair-like projections over the whole surface of the cell. So these can be of 2 types, pili and fimbriae. So first let's talk about pili. What are pili? These are the elongated structures which are made up of proteins known as the pilin proteins. So these red colored structure you are seeing, these are the pili or the pili. So what are these? These are actually help in the fertilization. That means it acts as structures which help in the conjugation process of different types of bacteria. That is a type of sexual reproduction in case of bacteria. So these are the pili. Now these small structures you are seeing, these are the fimbriae. These are very small hair-like structures or hair-like outgrowths, and they are very large in numbers. A typical bacteria can have about 300 to 400 such fimbriae, whereas the pili we are seeing, it can be 3 to 5 or 8 in number. So these are quite less in number, whereas the fimbriae are quite larger in number. So these are the fimbriae are the bristle-like structures, very small bristle-like fibers which help in the attachment of the bacteria. So we have discussed that the function of pili is mostly conjugation, whereas the function of the fimbriae is attachment to different type of surfaces for the bacteria. It helps in the attachment of the bacteria. So in this video, we have talked about the cell envelope of a typical prokaryote. We have also discussed about the different modifications that can happen in a typical cell envelope of a prokaryotes. So I hope you have liked and understood this video. Thank you.